At 78, Ray had always prided himself on staying active. He'd been a mechanic for 40 years, worked with his hands, climbed ladders, hauled equipment, never the type to sit still. But over the last 2 years, something had shifted. His arms felt smaller. His grip wasn't what it used to be. When he picked up a grocery bag, it felt heavier than it should. Even his posture had changed. He noticed he was slightly hunched now. It was gradual, sneaky, not a single moment of collapse, but a slow, creeping weakness that made him feel like his body was slipping away. At his last checkup, the doctor gently confirmed what Ray already suspected. He was losing muscle, sarcopenia they called it, age-related muscle loss. It's common after 60, the doctor said, but not inevitable. You can slow it down or even reverse some of it with the right food and movement. Ray raised an eyebrow. Food? He'd expected to be told to hit the gym. Instead, the doctor handed him a small sheet of paper titled 6 Foods to Prevent Muscle Loss and Regain Strength. That afternoon, Ray stopped by the grocery store and filled his cart. Not with frozen dinners or snack bars like he usually did, but with ingredients he'd never paid much attention to before. His goal was simple: eat smarter, move daily, and take his strength back, one bite at a time. Here's what Ray added to his plate and how it transformed his body over the next 6 months. 1. Eggs, the perfect protein package. Ray started his mornings with 2 scrambled eggs instead of toast and jam. He hadn't eaten eggs regularly in years, but they quickly became a favorite. Eggs are rich in high-quality protein and contain leucine, an essential amino acid that plays a key role in muscle protein synthesis. 1 egg has about 6 grams of protein, easy to digest, quick to prepare, and easy on his budget. Some mornings, Ray tossed in spinach and mushrooms. Other days, he boiled a few eggs and kept them in the fridge for snacks. He began to notice he wasn't as hungry between meals. His energy lasted longer through the day, and slowly, his arms didn't feel as thin. 2. Greek yogurt, creamy strength in a cup. Before, Ray avoided dairy, but Greek yogurt changed his mind. It had twice the protein of regular yogurt and was loaded with calcium, which also supported his aging bones. He started eating a cup of plain Greek yogurt after lunch, topped with a handful of blueberries and chia seeds. It became a ritual, a small reward after his midday walk. The protein helped his muscles repair and grow stronger, especially when paired with resistance bands or short strength workouts. Even better, it helped reduce inflammation in his joints, which used to bother him after bending or walking upstairs. Number 3. Salmon, omega-3s that do more than heal the heart. Once a week, Ray cooked a piece of salmon for dinner, usually baked with lemon, olive oil, and a side of sweet potatoes. He'd read that salmon wasn't just good for the heart, it helped protect muscles from breakdown due to aging. The omega-3 fatty acids reduced inflammation and supported recovery, especially important as his body adjusted to new exercise routines. After 2 months, Ray noticed his knees didn't ache as much during his walks, and his sleep was deeper. His shoulders, which had slumped for years, began to feel more stable and mobile. 4. Lentils, the unsung muscle food. Ray had never tried lentils before. They seemed bland. But one evening, he followed a simple recipe for lentil soup with carrots, garlic, and turmeric. It became a staple. Lentils are plant-based powerhouses, full of protein, fiber, iron, and potassium. They fueled Ray without making him feel heavy. More importantly, they helped stabilize his blood sugar, which had been creeping up over the years. 3 times a week, lentils showed up on his plate in soups, salads, or even mixed with brown rice and veggies. His digestion improved. His belly felt less bloated, and slowly he began regaining strength in his legs. 5. Nuts. Snack smart, stay strong. Ray replaced his afternoon cookies with a small handful of almonds or walnuts. It wasn't easy at first. He missed the sweetness, but the change made a difference. Nuts provided healthy fats, protein, magnesium, and vitamin E, nutrients that played a big role in muscle function and repair. They were calorie-dense, but in a good way. Ray noticed that he stayed full longer and didn't crave sugar as much by dinner. He kept a jar by the recliner and snacked mindfully. Within weeks, the softness around his waist began to shrink, and his hands didn't cramp while working in the garage. Number 6. Leafy greens, strength from the soil. Spinach, kale, arugula, and Swiss chard made their way onto Ray's plate nearly every day. At first, it was awkward. He wasn't a salad guy. but he started sauteing them with garlic and olive oil, tossing them into scrambled eggs, or blending them into smoothies with Greek yogurt. Leafy greens are high in magnesium, potassium, calcium, and nitrates, all of which support muscle contraction and blood flow. They also help maintain bone density and reduce inflammation. Ray began feeling more limber. His muscles didn't stiffen after a long walk, and he no longer groaned when standing up from the couch. He stood taller, moved faster, smiled more. By month 6, something extraordinary happened. During his routine walk to the park, Ray passed a group of younger men pushing a broken-down car. Without thinking, he stepped in, gripped the bumper, and helped them move it off the road. They thanked him, impressed. One of them said, "Damn, sir, you're stronger than you look." Ray just grinned. That night, he stood in front of the bathroom mirror and flexed his arm. There it was again, a shape he hadn't seen in years. Not just a muscle, but a memory of who he'd been, of who he still was. He didn't feel young. He felt capable. And that was enough. He'd learned something simple but profound. Food wasn't just fuel. It was medicine. It was momentum. It was a message to the body. We're not done yet. Ray didn't need to become a bodybuilder. He just wanted to carry his own bags, climb his own stairs, and live with dignity. Thanks to 6 humble foods and a shift in focus, he was doing just that. And every time he scrambled eggs or stirred lentils, he knew he wasn't just cooking. He was rebuilding the strength he thought he'd lost forever.